Ask me who I be.
Power 95.
Where you from?
St. George's, Grenada. Ladies' Room comes to you compliments of Renwick and Thompson Limited, agents for Western Union, and Beacon Insurance.
It's time to do better. Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan now offers new and improved options that make health insurance affordable for small to medium businesses. Good medical cover gives you a competitive edge and takes care of the people that take care of your business. Get a better plan to build a better business. Call Beacon or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6.
Education multiplies their chances and places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they are prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
And we're back. Good morning, everybody. Let me just share. Hold on. All right. Hey, Marian Frederick, happy birthday. You're celebrating today, and finally we're about to get rid of the Leos. Had enough of y'all. It's time to move on. My second best sign this season is coming up. That's Virgo. My mom is a Virgo, so that's why I'm looking forward to it. And for the first time in a very long time, she's home, so I can celebrate her birthday with her. So I'm super excited. I'm super excited about it. So all y'all Leos, move up. How come? I thought the news the cycle was from like the 21st to the 21st for each sign. How come the 22nd is still how come the 22nd is still Leo? Why are y'all still here? Anyways, my beautiful friend and sister Susan Lucas is also celebrating her birthday today. Happy birthday, Sue. I wish you nothing but the best. You know, God's blessings. You deserve that and so much more. You know, I just want you to have the very best day ever. Lots of love coming your way. Like I said, yes, you can celebrate, but sort of tone down the celebration until I get there. And we can turn it up a notch. Been a while since we, were in each other's space to celebrate our birthdays. COVID definitely messed up a lot of plans, but we're back. And see you soon so we can celebrate. Good morning, everybody joining me on the live this morning. Y'all, I am so pissed this morning. You have no idea. I forgot my crown. My intention was to put on my crown for the entire rest of the month. Y'all saw the crown that I was, my costume. That was part of my costume, right? I put it on the thingy this morning, and my mother was hurrying me out the door. You know, you're not watching the time, and I forgot to put on my crown this morning. Which crown? This one. Y'all seen it? That one. I plan to wear it for the entire week. It's a beautiful crown. This, I forgot. So, as I get home, I'm going to put it in my vehicle so I would not forget it. I know I put it down. I need to pick it back up. And I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I'm sorry that I put it down, but I'm not sorry. Because I'm sure you guys saw the topic this morning, right? And it seems as though a lot of people have a problem differentiating between private and public life, on air and off air, because a lot of people seem to think that when you're in a particular field or what have you, that is who you are. No, it's not. It's an extension. It's part of, but it's not who you are. Because when I turn off this mic and I open the door and I head out, you don't get the personality. You get Aruna, right? Um, so I just want to focus on that a little bit because it's hard to separate the two when people don't understand the separation. A lot of my private life, I don't bring it on radio. I don't bring it on social media. I try to more show you of the personality part of me. Go out, post pictures or what have you, and that's about it. Yeah. So I'm not gonna dwell on it. So by now, if you all know anything about me, you'll know that I don't bring anything I'm experiencing in real life to radio. But I just want to focus on the topic that I put in this morning for a reason because it sort of ties in with everything. And after getting so many messages from people, sometimes you don't know how you impact. There are a lot of people who are silent. Like the silent voters. They don't do anything, but they just act when it's time to act. You don't see them in rallies. You don't see them posting. You don't see them commenting. But when it's time to step up, they do. This weekend I felt like I had silent voters, silent supporters, and I just want to say a huge thank you. But I got this, and like I said, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Sometimes you have to let your voice be heard, and like I said in a piece, I've been in radio going on 20 something years, and as far back as I can remember, I've always used this medium to encourage people to speak up, even if it's whatever. I've done so many programs on abuse, mental, physical, domestic, child, whatever. And my number one thing about it was always speak up. That is the only way you can take control of a situation. Yeah? Because you'll continue to be a victim and forever be victimized if you don't own your voice. You don't let it consume you, but at the same time, let your voices be heard. Right? So I am happy to have touched a lot of lives. And, sometimes you just need that reminder because it seems as though the hate always comes across so much stronger than the love. But it's good when you have that constant reminder. And to say that my inbox is filled is an understatement. It's like, oh my God. It's like, it'll probably take me the rest of the month to respond to everybody individually, but I made a promise that I will because you didn't have to. And the mere fact that you took time out from whatever to just, send me a line. Sometimes I got long paragraphs, of people whose lives have impacted over the years. And sometimes you're thinking a bad position or not realizing that what you do daily can help somebody. You can take somebody out of a bad position, out of a bad headspace, because people go through all sorts of things, depression, mental illness, a lot of things people go through on a daily basis that a lot of us will just step over and don't see it as a big deal. Because the number one question when somebody says, hey, I'm depressed, it's always, what you have to be depressed about? You have this, you have that, yada yada yada. What you have to be depressed about? What are you stressing about? And they don't seem to understand what depression really is. So I'm truly grateful for the love that I've been receiving, and I know it's not gonna stop because as long as you're out there, you're practically in the line of fire. But it's something you have to get to a point where you can control. Yeah. So for anybody who might be going through something like that on a smaller scale or same scale or whatever scale, just know that the only person sometimes that you've got is you, really. Because although you might hear all the stay strong, stay lifted, don't bother, fix your crown, you still have to live with you. You still have to live with all the noise that you're hearing. It still boils back to you. And that is something, I've had to tell a couple people, like, I truly appreciate you, but let me handle this how I see fit. Because say when the shoe is on the other foot, it's squeezed. And when you're in the kitchen, you're the one who feels the heat. So it might be easy to say, leave it alone, ignore. But sometimes you have to, take a stand, all right? Because sometimes you're the only person you've got. When everything fades away, people leave, people come, people go, whatever, you're all you've got. So you got to take care of you. You got to make sure you take care of you, so long as you don't stay in that place. And as my heading said, your attitude is everything. Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. Some people might say I have attitude. Maybe I do. But I think you have to. You have to believe in yourself when no one else does. And that makes you a winner right there. You know? So, there's a little difference in people, but that little difference makes a big difference. The little difference is attitude. And, choosing to be positive and having a grateful attitude is going to determine how you're going to live your life. And it has taken me this far, and I'm sure it's going to take me further. Right? So again, just wanna say thank you again. Truly appreciate it. But we got this. We really do. We got this. This ain't 2 years ago. It's 2022. We got this. Let me, of course, say thank you as well to the person who dropped off the case of malt. Why y'all like to just drop thing and run? I saw somebody came in, but I was doing my health tip at that point in time, so I didn't really pay much attention. But I saw somebody. It was a female with glasses. That's as much as I glanced when she was walking down. That's the last person I remember seeing. And by the time I came off my health tip, secretary told me somebody dropped some for me, a case of malt. I'm like, who is it? And she said the person dropped it and they just sped off. They didn't even stick around for me to say thank you. So for the person who did, thank you so very much. Yeah. Let hands walk on my chest. What hands go walk on my chest? Hands been walking on my chest for years and you're doing nothing. So let a couple more walk. I rather hands walk on my chest than if people take you and do what they want and you're drunk and falling down all over the place and you have no sense the next day. Yeah, so thank you so much to whoever it is that dropped it off. Someone also sent me what you call that thingy? A gift certificate to go get a massage. I love malt. Yeah, somebody says somebody sent me also a gift voucher to go get a massage. Thank you so much. Trust me. I need that malt and I need the massage. Because sometimes when you keep things in for so long, it literally builds up around here. You feel a buildup of tension and pain around your neck, and it's like then it moves to the back of your head and then it moves to the front. That pressure when you keep things in. So while some might be unhappy with your methods of releasing, know that I've never felt better. And like I said to somebody, if I had known that's how it felt doing that, I would have done so a long time ago. But I listened to stay silent, be bigger, be this, be that, be whatever, except be yourself and do what makes you comfortable and happy, which I am doing right now. So I honestly feel good. I'm not gonna lie. I honestly, it's like you feel empowered to know that you continue to empower people and tell them do this, do that. Sometimes they say people who give advice don't take their advice. That is me. People who give advice don't take their own advice. No sharing. Today is my day. Drinking all 24. It's a good release. Oh, listen, when you're going through something, you either vent, you either cry. A good cry makes you feel so good. A good vent and getting it off your chest. Because what you do when you don't say anything, you suppress. People don't understand what suppressing does to a person's mental psyche when you hold things in. What happens when you put things in a bottle? You fill it up and you shake it. Soon as you uncover it, what happens? It sprays. Because it's suppressed in that bottle. So for the life of me, I don't understand why we always tell people that it's better to not say anything or it's better to just walk away. And sometimes some instances call for that, but other times you gotta like literally go down, put on your boot, you put on your water boot and put on your old clothes and go down in the mud. Yeah. So while I appreciate it, like I said, sometimes you for your own sanity, your own peace of mind. So today I just wanna encourage everybody to whatever you're going through, because based on the messages that I've got, somebody told me to maybe I should use this as a teaching and a learning moment and not necessarily take it personal. And I've had to like take myself out of the situation for a bit. You know, when you heat up something, people telling you thing and you don't want to hear nothing, just leave me alone. Let me fight my battle. Let me just fight. And after you've had a while to just sit and analyze everything, you're like, maybe, hmm, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but still not gonna change anything. Still not gonna apologize for it. Somebody told me I need to do a program on cyberbullying and bullying, because it's more rampant than I think, and I know that. I'm not sure how many of you follow what's her face, Cora or Auntie Donna. I'm not sure. For the past couple of days, I literally felt how they felt. I'm not sure how many of you follow them, but you will always see people go on their lives and having the most to say and the most opinions and telling people how to live and what they should do and how they should live and how they shouldn't do. And every day it's been a constant, but she perseveres. I'm not gonna lie, I really admire her ability to stay sane with all the madness that gets thrown at her daily. And I'm not one to have like people that I look up to, because I tend to think, hey, if I can't look up to myself, then what is my worth? What is my purpose if I have to find somebody else to look up to? But she's one that I honestly admire. I wouldn't call her a role model. I would call her somebody that I admire, because to have all this hate thrown at you daily, spewed at you from people you don't even know, never met a day in your life, and she continues to hold it. I'm not saying off the screen that she's probably not hurt or affected by it, but she comes on the screen every day regardless, and she'll whine like a ball of twine from since the life start until she come off. No matter how much people tell her put on clothes, no matter how much people tell her stop whining on the screen, she coming back and whine same way. Because like she said, this is who she is and that's what makes her happy. So you coming on there and using your little fingers to tell her how to live ain't gonna change anything, because it's not your life. I don't know if it's just me, but people seem to think that people just have this notion that they could walk their lives and run yours. I've never understood this. I've never understood this. No, I've had to go deeper and, like I said, take myself out of the situation and understand that a lot of people are walking around carrying a lot of childhood trauma. And a couple years ago, when my incident occurred, and I thought I could handle it on my own, and realized I couldn't, and I had to seek therapy. Because where did this anger come from? Because anybody who knows me knows I'm one of the most laid back introvert you'll ever find. I keep to myself most as I can. I'm in my own little space, my own little corner. And I had to find out where did that came from, because that's not me. And it's after seeking therapy that I began to understand myself more and understood that this wasn't just an incident that happened because of what was going on at that time. It went back several years to even as far back as one's childhood. A lot of us suppress things from our childhood, and we sort of just go on about life thinking that we were in control and we got it, not understanding that a lot of our actions is as a result of our childhood traumas that we never dealt with, because we live in a society who thinks that seeking help or counseling or therapy is for mentally ill people, or you have to be crazy or what have you, not realizing that sometimes it takes a stranger to help you put the pieces together and connect the dots and cross the T's, and makes you truly understand your purpose and where you are and where you came from and where you're going and why you did some of the things you did. Because sometimes the excuse that you gave to yourself for doing what you did isn't necessarily that. It is way deeper. So sitting back and analyzing, and after speaking, and went again, I spoke to, I had to get in touch with my therapist again, and her word again was, "I understand what you feel. I understand what you're going through. You did it. I'm not going to tell you to not do it because it made you feel better. It didn't make you feel bad. It didn't make you feel worse. You got rid of it. But remember when you came to me and some of the childhood traumas that I had to help you understand. Maybe this person is going through the very same thing. So instead of acting or reacting to the person, no, it's not about you. This is about projection because that's the same thing I did. I projected my insecurities, I projected my hurt, not understanding that I had to deal with it. So when you see people, especially when you've done absolutely nothing to them, coming after you the way that they've been doing, you have to ask yourself, is this really about me or is it something deeper? Because when I did what I did, it wasn't about me, it was something deeper. That was me projecting low self esteem, insecurities, and all of that combined, not thinking you're good enough or you're worth enough. I had to literally take myself out of my feelings and emotions of the past week and understand that this isn't about me. As much as I want it to be, it's not. This is deeper, this is bigger than me. And me going back and forth with the individual isn't going to change anything because it's in their mind. They don't think what they're doing is wrong because they don't understand what they're doing. A lot of people project daily. You go to work, you're on the job, and you're coming happy and bubbly, and you have a coworker who's mad at you and upset that you're bubbly. All because they're not having a good day, you're supposed to have a bad day. You're supposed to match their energy. And when you continue to be bubbly and happy, what you bubbly and happy about? We're working in the same place, but what affecting you isn't affecting me. What you eat doesn't make me go to the toilet. So why should I join you and be miserable as you? You deal with your miserable energy. Why try to bring and recruit other people into your miserable life, especially when they've done absolutely nothing to you? So a lot of the times what we see is projection. It's not about you. It's more about them than it's about you. There's a lot of hurt men and women walking around, a lot of broken men and women walking around, and they've never had somebody to talk to, somebody to let them understand or see that, the way or the things that you're doing could lead to bigger problems down the road. Because we live in a society where people get excited and they enjoy seeing other people in pain. And they actually make excuses for it. You see people making excuses for people's bad behavior. And that is why I say I am so appreciative of the fact that I don't have a big circle. And I am so appreciative of the fact that the people that's around me, they can tell me, listen, you're on ish. When you're messing up, you're messing up. That they don't always say yes, yes, yes. When it's no, they say no. And I'm not going to lie, this could be addictive. Because when I went live, you feel a sense of power. Seeing people reacting and hundreds of people under your post and you're getting likes, it could be addictive. And people could really get pulled into this little whirl of likes and love and thinking, hey, but the thing is, when you come off, when you hit the end button, the end of the life, nothing much changes in your reality. Your reality remains what it is. And if you're that type of person, you're that type of person. So even if you get all the likes, all the views, when you come off, you're still miserable. So what exactly is the point? You're still miserable when you come off. You're still... And when you see people excited that somebody's hurting somebody, it really, again, isn't about you. It's about them. Because to be excited over somebody else's pain and feeling good about somebody else's pain, that is you sort of masking your pain. This is you using somebody else to put plaster over your sore. But at the end of the day, the sore will always be there if you don't put band-aids on it, if you don't go get it checked out, go put what you call that violet looking thing they used to put on sofa back in the day when you get your bobo. If you don't go get it checked out, the sore will always be there. It will fester. It will start to stink. So projecting hate and dislike towards people who do absolutely have done nothing to you is more showing who you really are as a person, that you would feel a sense of satisfaction and excitement over somebody else's perceived pain. Because let me tell you something. It's when you don't accept something is when it hurts, really hurts. But there are other things that you have to stop and think about along the way. Stop inflicting, because always when I have your problems, you have to find a way to deal with it. Stop using your pain to beat other people. And when you see people making excuses for people and their bad behavior, I don't want nobody make excuse for me from behaving badly. Tell me that I am. Don't make no excuse for me. If I'm messing up, tell me that I am messing up. Do not make excuses for my bad behavior. It is what it is. And when you have people going so far as to say, well, this person, or case in point, I deserve to be bullied because I bully people. And I had to say to one person, all I need is just one example. Only one of me ever using my platform to bully or silence anybody. I'm opinionated. I'll share my opinion, take it or leave it. But I've never, ever, ever used my platform to bully anybody. I've seen someone say they see me supporting somebody who does. Ask the same individual how many times I've had to pull them and tell them stop. So, when you see people making excuses for people's bad behavior, instead of calling the bad behavior out for what it is, it's kind of sad. But at the same time, like I said, you have to understand and learn to not take everything that's thrown at you personally. And like I said, therapy works. Oh my God, therapy works. Because that little conversation with her pulled me right back to where I should be. You have to stop taking everything thrown at you personally and understand that it's not about you. If you've done something to somebody, then by all right, they have all rights to react how they see fit or whatever the case might be. But you know in your heart, and that person knows in your heart, that you've done nothing to them, but they continue to project. At some point, you have to understand it's not about you. And I've asked them to show me where. If having an opinion means Theresa says someone told me don't defend you because you're always bullying. Theresa, all you have to do is ask them for one example. Iodine, it is the purple strong thing. The purple strong thing. There's use it to put on bobo. I can't remember the name, but it's a purple thing that smells strong. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, I've been young like 19 years ago. I've been young like 40. How much? That's what? That's so many years ago. The mauve thing, violet something. Imagine people using stuff that you don't even remember as a means to make more mocoricum, gentian violet. Listen, I know the purple thing. All them kind of fancy name I know about it. I know about iodex and the purple thing. Mocoricum. Somebody says mocoricum. Yeah, well, the purple thing. Yeah, some of y'all need to use it and dress the sores that you have that you're leaving to fester. It's gonna eat you up eventually. Y'all have no idea how time-consuming hating someone is. It drains you, and I don't know how people live off of that and deal with that daily. I did that for a couple of days and I'm like, I feel like somebody hold me and they drag me up and down the road. I'm tired. Yesterday I sleep as if I do travel for 5 days. I'm like, how people do this every day? Like, how? I feel like somebody hold me and drag me up and down the road. Like, I mean, I was driven on the chariot for the past couple of days for carnival, so I can't even compare that to masquerading. Mokorok. What's the name of the thing? Dre, what's the name of the thing that just put on so foot? The purple thing? Mokowa? Mokri? Okom? Oh, okay. I get about 50 different names and spelling. All I know is the purple thing. Mockery comes. Smoothies, that's not the name. Mockery comes. Anyway, I didn't stand in the church for it. So whatever it is, the purple thing. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Actually, I'll make me lose my train of thought with y'all on this more mockery come whatever. Let me hear what that person here saying. It could really make people bung away now. I was having such a nice motivational moment. I'll just come and tie me up now with this word.
Mokorokom.
That was- That is so like the pronunciation. Say it again, let me hear.
Mokorokom.
That is not what Joe said. Joe said that is not what. Listen, can we leave it at the purple thing, please? Because y'all yeah, this one yes, another one come again. Mokoricum. All you time me up for this one today at all. Yeah, you again, eh?
I get a lot of that on me cut on them already, me little boy this.
Are you there?
Mokorokom. I get a lot of that.
It's Mokor. And watch. Can we move on, please? Because none of us getting it right. I've seen about 10 different spelling for this thing. Listen. Can we get back on track? I ain't have much time. As I was saying, yeah. Me don't know how to pronounce that. Me don't know myself, eh? Ah, boy. All you could contribute to Bongaway. Will you delete the thing for yourself? I say you go and pronounce the word for me better. Hold on.
Mercurochrome.
What?
It's mercurochrome.
You see? Let me go back again. This one here.
Mokorokom. I get a lot
Okay.
of that on
And this one here. How is that the same?
It's mercurochrome.
Two different pronunciation for one word that's supposed to be the violet thing, the purple thing that you put on your foot. Anyways, I've never seen one word get so much spelling in my life. But y'all know what I'm talking about, right? So let me just, because I spent the whole morning trying to get it, and all you could just tie me up and just make me lose my whole train of thought. You understand? I know why I just take all the bait and not continue. Every time I don't listen to myself, I just end up in problems. Ah boy, this people just really bring you going to bring you back in truth. So everybody bring me down this what's the name? They bring me down this
Mokorokom.
road, and now I'm fighting up on my own with it. Father. Okay, so let me somebody send picture now. Genty and Violet. All right, so we leave it as Genty and Violet, and leave this more coy, whatever it is, whatever you spell it, however you call it, leave it alone, because you guys don't we ever gonna get it right. So let me work with Genty and Violet. Yeah. So as I was saying, it's important for us to deal with our traumas and our stresses. And if you need help, seek help. Do not be one of those who think that getting therapy or seeking counseling means that you're crazy or mental or whatever. Therapist, their sole role is to make you see things in from a different light, from a non-judgmental light. And to be honest, I find it safer to speak to them because you don't want people that you know every day to, you don't want to feel judged. You just want to be as honest and open as you can. And they have no dog in the race. There's no dog in the fight for a therapist. They're trained, they're professional, they guide you as they see fit, they advise you as they see fit, and they help you to understand a lot of things that you may not understand. Doesn't matter how old you are. You may think you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and you got it covered. There's just something at the back of your mind that you've been carrying from your childhood, a lot of suppressed things you've been carrying from your childhood. A lot of people have had traumatic childhoods and they never got over it. They don't know how to. So sometimes, like I said, when you see people coming at you, you have to learn to not take it personally. Hindsight, they say, you know what they say about that. Sometimes you have to learn to not take it personally. But again, at the end of the day, you're human. And one thing that I saw from a grown, no, let me not use a grown, from someone who says that when you're a public figure, you have to learn to take criticism and people having an opinion on you. And it's not about having an opinion, or learning to take criticism. I don't see what the relationship was between that and what, transpired. People saying you have to have, no, you don't have to learn to do anything. What you have to learn to do is be human. And people need to stop equating people to their jobs. You are not your job. With or without you, your job continues. If I were to leave today, if I get fired, whatever the case might be, somebody takes my place, I'm still human. I am Aruna first before I'm anything else. It just so happens I love what I do with a passion, but I am not what I do. And people seem to think that because you're in a public light, you're supposed to take any blow. You could throw a big stone on you, bottle, anything they feel like, and you just sit back and take it because you're a public figure. No, I'm not. This is a job. This is my 8 to 4, like it's your 8 to 4, your 9 to 5. This is my job. This isn't me. This isn't my life. It just so happens I get paid for doing what I love. But this ain't my job. This isn't who I am. There's a lot of people who confuse the two and they don't know when to take off the personality and separate it from real life. To them, it's one and the same. No, it's not. The version of me you get here, you don't get it in real life. You don't. Who said in Adriel says, Denise, I want you to give Aruna a week off from work, please, and thanks. We have a trip to Antigua for the case. Adriel, make the link. Is it all paid? I have to pay my own way. Huh? Morning Gail says even grown-ups experience certain things and don't know how to handle it. Yep. There's a lot of hurt people walking around. I was one of them. And you really think you're okay. You honestly believe. And the worst part is when you believe that you're okay and you're not. That is why I say it's important to speak up. A lot of the times, a lot of us walk around thinking that we're okay. You know that you're not okay, but you put on the smile every day and you pretend to be okay. And after a while, you get so comfortable pretending that it becomes part of your reality. When it's not, you're not okay. There's a lot of things you need to deal with. And you know that saying that sometimes we just brush off and say like hurt people. They really do. Because where I was, it was from a place of hurt, and I was intent on hurting other people, not realizing that is the reason why. It is a true saying. I am a living testament that hurt people. And if you don't manage your hurt, if you don't get treatment for your hurt, you will continue to hurt people and hurt yourself in the process. Hurt people honestly hurt people. Because you really think that when you hurt somebody, you're doing yourself a good, but actually you're doing yourself a bad. hold on. Somebody tell me check for WhatsApp. What am I checking for? Damage people, damage people. hmm Damage people, damage people. That's why, again, I keep saying to people, yes, it's nice to make fun of somebody not having children, whatever it is, but there's a lot of you who have children that you don't even give them the light of day and you don't put this much energy into them, into molding these little beings to be better versions of yourself. They're ignored. They're given a tablet or a phone or something. They're left to their own devices. Left to do whatever they want. You have children that deserve the time and energy that you're putting into something or somebody else that doesn't even concern you. But there you are making fun of somebody who supposedly doesn't have for whatever reason. But you have. And if you were to sit with that child, you're just creating another broken version of yourself because you're not pouring love and time and energy and effort into molding that little person. How many of your children can look at you and say, when I grow up, I want to be like you, instead of saying using other people as role models? So before I go again, I just want to remind people, as a parent, as a guardian, a big brother or sister, you ought to be the first role model your child ever want to emulate. Your child shouldn't want to be Ariana or look up to me. I'm not responsible for your child. Yes, if I say or do certain things they can take and use to make their lives better, fine, perfect. But I do not want the job. I do not want to be anybody's role model. I am working on being my own role model, somebody that I'm proud of, somebody that I can look up to every day and say, yeah, boy, you're doing better. Keep going, tap on back, keep pushing, Aruna. I don't want to have to look up to somebody else to be that. Too many of you are leaving your children up your responsibility of growing your child to somebody else that they don't know, never met, will never meet, and you're ignoring their needs and wants. That is where the focus and attention should be, into you making your child a better version of yourself. So that is a question that I want to ask a lot of you who have children, planned, unplanned, but you're just happy to say you have, and you're not giving a child that 100% he or she deserves. Ask yourself this question. You're beating up on Aruna for not being a good role model. Are you being a good role model to your child? How many uncles does your child know from since they were born? How much time do you spend with your child? Will your child stand up one day and say, I am proud to have you as my mother or as my father? Can your child say, that's the only person that I look up to, mommy or daddy? So instead of you trying to pass the buck and pass responsibility onto me to be mother, all you want me to be role model, all you want me to be, I have about 50 godchildren, and all they still want me to make child. Where I gain time and money, I can't even buy myself. Every Monday morning, somebody had something, I have to take it and handle it. All you're just confusing the confusion. Let people live their lives how they see fit. Let people do what makes them happy. You do the same. Move up. Again, you be the role model that you want somebody else to be for your child. You do the best you can for your child and children. So at the end of the day, you will not grow up having issues as a child. We keep putting our attention and time and things that has absolutely is of no concern to us. And that is where the problem lies. We invest too heavily in other people's lives, and there's a lot undone on the other side of the spectrum. Stop investing time into somebody that you have no dealings with, will never have any dealings with, and use that time. School reopens in what? A week, 2 weeks? Are your child or children ready for back to school? Their books, their uniforms, everything in check? Have you sorted them out? Are they good to go? All right. When last you sat down with them and talked about what they want to do, talked about what's happening around them, what challenges are they facing? When last you showed interest, apart from providing food, clothing, shelter? When last you told your child, I love you, or you heard your child say, I love you? Samuel says we need to be optimistic, positive, and composed. Cry in your closet, but never let them see your weak moments. Never show them what triggers you. Samuel, I continue to maintain, let people be humans. Human first. If you're hurt, show that hurt. That is why a lot of people suppress and keep things to themselves and hurt themselves and others in the process. It's okay to cry. It's like growing up as a child and hearing your parents tell you after they beat you, don't cry. What you crying for? If I'm hurt, I'm going to show that I'm hurt. If to me that is a sign of strength, I don't know why people see responding and letting people know how you feel as a sign of weakness when so many people choose the other route, which is to stay silent. To me, being silent is weakness. Because if you're speaking up and you have hundreds of people saying, yes, I applaud you for speaking up, I want to, but I'm afraid, where is the weakness there? The amount of messages I've had from people saying, you know what? I applaud you. I really wish I could do this in this situation, but I'm afraid to. But seeing you do it, maybe I'll get the courage to do it one day. That is not weakness. That is strength. Remaining silent in the face of adversity is weakness. Remaining silent in the face of adversity, that is weakness. Not you showing that, hey, I've got a voice and I feel pain just like everybody else. What makes you entitled to pain and I'm not? So let that marinate for what it's worth. Take it, leave it. It is what it is, and it will continue to be that. We are not weevils. Like I said, go get your hold on.
Hi Haruna. The thing is Moko Recom.
All right. I rest my case. Go get that. Dress your bobo. And have a good day. And remember again.
Hi Haruna. The thing is Moko Recom.
I thank you. Have a good Monday, y'all. I'll see you all tomorrow, same time, same place. Somebody please message me in the morning and remind me to walk on my crown all week. I'm putting on my crown this week, but a whole week. Remind me tomorrow, God's will, all right? I'll see y'all tomorrow for another show. Yeah, we're back to minding people business. I say after God is people business. So we'll be back tomorrow for our next show. Have a great Monday, y'all. Stay on the dry side. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Ladies Room comes to you compliments of Renwick and Thompson Limited, agents for Western Union, and Beacon Insurance.
It's time to do better. Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan